Okay, so we're back and we are scheduled to do something tonight through StreamYard. We're gonna bring some guys up in here into the chat tonight. Let me grab my tablet. This works a little bit better than this when I got off of when I got off of YouTube earlier tonight. I was like so frustrated. I went in the house, told my wife, I'm like, do you need me to call Frontier and tell them, okay, I'll do that. So do you want me to call Frontier to get on? And because this is killing me with what's going on. So let me send them the link. Hold on right quick because they are waiting. Send us a link so we can jump in. Yep. Hold on one second here. Invite yes. Here we go. Okay. Copy. Copy. All right. Let's go back here. All right, fellas. Here we go. We finally got this thing up and rolling. So here we go with our cigar stream. Oh, geez, I gotta hit the button. There we go. There we go. And so we have guys that are coming in here tonight that's talking with us about some cigars. We're going to be doing. Okay. So you ended the other live stream. Yes, I did. I ended that one for a couple different reasons. We have a 6 o'clock live with these guys that are coming in here. We're going to be doing some pairing with cigars and we also, man, the connectivity issues that are going on with YouTube and everything. I'm just over it. I'm over it. And so we just decided to go ahead on and it's out there right now. So, okay, Fuller, hey man, thanks for coming in here. I'm just waiting for my guests to come in. I have sent the link to them. I'm going to send it to them once again here. Invite my guests. I'm going to copy that. And we're going to go back here. And we're going to go here. And we're going to post it. And there it is right there. All you guys have to do is click on the link right there, guys. And jump on StreamYard. As the link's right there. All you have to do is click on it twice. All right, there, add to stage. Here we go right there. All right, there we go. What's up, my man?
Give me a second. Set everything up. Hold
on. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some pairings tonight, guys, with some bourbon, and I have, hey, Bobby, bro, let me tell you something. This, hold on, I'm adding some more people to the stage here. Hold on a second. Here you go. And so I just wanted
Jimmy, turn your camera. You're sideways, bro.
Sideways to go the other. When he's not sideways. If we turn our head the one way, he'll be the right way.
Jimmy, are you drunk?
Nah, I'm trying to figure out this shit.
Bobby, if you want to go ahead on, man, I'd love for you to come up in here because you're instrumental, man, in showing me how to get this thing set up. So I would love for you to come up in here if you want to join in also with us tonight too. So we're going to be doing some pairings with some bourbons and with some cigars. This is something that I wanted to do for a while, but I'm stepping out on good faith here now, and we finally got it up and rolling. And so, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Ace, let me know. Ace is coming in also.
Oh, there you go. Well, I can't tell if the shirt's on forward or backwards. What the fuck?
So,
Where'd oh, there we go. Where'd Jimmy and Ace go?
I just invited him in. Hold on a sec. Invite guests. There's Ace right there. Copy. Here. Okay.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Kind of too dark where I'm sitting at.
I'm getting my hair wide. Okay, Bobby.
Yeah,
You can still come up in here with us and just chill. You know, no biggie. You know, just when you invite you, I know you. You know.
No, I was gonna try sitting down, but the camera's too dark where I was at. Yeah, I know Ace was in here, and so was Jimmy. The other dude was Jim.
Hey man, what's up? Yo, what's going on, FN? Thank you for coming in here tonight, man. So, I just got one question before we get started out here. Never mind. I think I found it.
There we go. Jimmy, Ace, jump in. Hit the little accepting revolver. Got my cigars. Oh. Jimmy said, "Let him in." The one that says the business.
Is Ace up in here? I can't see Ace. Is he up in here too?
It should be. The one that says the business alchemist. That's Jimmy.
Yep, I know that. I see Jimmy right now.
Yeah. Let him in the chat. You gotta. I mean, let him in the. You gotta let him in. Yep. There should be a little thing that lets people multiple. You could have up to like 5, 6 people on here. Nope, wrong person. Where'd he go? Hold on, y'all. Rick is having technical difficulties with StreamYard.
I'm here. I'm just trying to get Ace to get up in here.
Yeah, Ace and Jimmy. You gotta add them to the room. Hit the 3 little dots and hit add to stage for both of them. Yeah, you gotta hit add to stage.
I'm looking at the 3 dots here again. Cheers, Steve. No, not giving me that. Hold on a second.
All right, you damn technical difficulties. Give him a quick second. Ugh. Okay.
Invite guests. Right.
There should be 3 little lines that says add to like add to all right, there's Ace.
Okay, there we go. And John to invite guests. Copy. Okay. So all 3 of you guys should be up in here now. Here's Ace. Okay. There. All right. Ace, can you hear me loud and clear now?
Uh,
You're really broken up. Your volume
no,
is
I'm
really
here. I'm here. I can hear you. I'm just on mute.
okay. Cool. Hold on a second. John, at the stage. Okay.
All right, Jimmy, get in here. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to get. Did Jimmy hit jump in yet? There should be one more person for Jimmy. We're missing Jimmy boy.
I saw him jump in and then he jumped out.
Is he in the backstage?
Hold on a sec.
Jimmy, you backstage, or are you hiding from us?
But he's here. Jimmy's here. Let me in. Okay. I'm here. Okay, we got all of them here.
He's not. You didn't. You got to add Jimmy to this.
All he has to do is click the link and I can see him pop up and I'll bring him in.
Jimmy, refresh and jump back in. That's what you have to do. You're gonna have to jump back in to get on here. For some reason it's not letting you in here. I apologize for this. Oh, I'm in my ashtray. Oh.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm adding another to the stage. Hold on. Here we go.
You hear me now?
Yes,
We
sir.
can hear you. Waiting to see you. There he is.
There you go.
My favorite Swedish Mexican.
Sweet. What do you mean Swedish? Swedish. That part.
I was joking.
How
So,
y'all
guys,
doing, boys?
who else is coming in?
Just us three that I know of, unless anybody else wants to.
Okay, because that's cool. So let me jump on my tablet here and jump on Facebook. But you guys, listen, introduce yourselves because you guys are on my, you guys are here on my podcast.
I'll let the guy in the green go first.
Go ahead, guys.
Why are we here?
Cigars.
Ace, what's up? Ace, give me your name, Ace.
Oh, Ace is on mute. He muted himself.
I see that.
What do I want to smoke today?
So I'm Jim. I'm Ace, you want to go or you want to stay silent? Introduce yourself, Ace.
Ace, hey, you got yourself on mute, Ace. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
So I'm Ace. I've been smoking cigars since 2002. I go by Ace of Spades Cigars on Instagram. So I'm out there. Any questions you got, feel free to hit me up. I will be muted most of the time, but if you ask me a question directly, I will unmute and answer your question.
Okay.
John, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? My name's John. Been smoking cigars since 2008 when I joined the military and been back into it. Army veteran, 3 generation. I am the owner of Veterans and Cigars along with my brother, which is not here. Yeah. Jimmy, your turn.
Hello, I'm Jim Spence. I'm the creator, founder, and master distiller, blender, and alchemist of Spence Whiskey Co. and Turnbull Cigars, which is Turnbull Cigars and Spence are a joint company that basically create Banach tobacco, which is Scottish malt tobacco, and I make malts, bringing them over for Scotland, working with over 160 distilleries in Scotland, and finishing them here in Mexico.
Wait, how many distilleries you got?
Enough.
How many?
I work with 160 distilleries.
Holy crap! How the hell do you
60 of them being ghost distilleries.
How do you keep up with all that? On top of your cigars now.
So we got a question, guys, right off the bat here. I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can go ahead and answer it. I'm trying to show on stage. There's the question right there. Right there from Fuller Life. From the Fuller Life Now, good guy that I follow on YouTube. You guys go ahead and I'm gonna just put the stuff up on stage and you guys can just go and answer the questions as they come through and I'll just post it up.
I prefer to smoke my own brand, which is Turnbull Cigars. I love different cigars and everything it is, but I spent 12 years making this, 8 years culturing tobacco. It's one of my favorite smokes. I have 4 different blends and I work for those. I also do pipe tobacco. I'm 66, well, 61, sorry. This year I was born in 66. So I've been smoking since I was 10-year-old.
Wait, do you say 10 years old, bro?
You know, different countries, different rules. Different countries, different rules. But it's one of those deals.
Different
when
age
they
group
say,
too, son.
what are you
Different age
smoking?
group too.
Yeah, you're right.
Right now, what I'm smoking is a Turnbull Maduro. It's the Café Barech, which is coffee malt tobacco.
Right, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in here, man. We got another one in here. We have another really good YouTuber up in here right now, guys. Rod, Point Blank.
Bingo, my best pipe tobacco I've got right now, a wee German pipe tobacco, which is done off of their stout beer. It is amazing. I will post that later on in my Instagram so everyone can see it. My pipe of choice, I have a cob pipe and I have an old German original.
So Rod, I just wanted to point blank experiences up in the room with us tonight, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Going to be kind of stretching the bourbon channel. I'll still be going to do the bourbon reviews and everything like that. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. We brought these guys up in here tonight with me. These guys, I met them on my Instagram page. I was really wanting to stretch the channel out, learn about doing some pairings, and I'm going to be doing some pairings with the bourbons that I have and the bourbons that I have going to be creating some of the barbecue sauces with the bourbons this summer because we're going to be doing a lot of grilling. Going to get from behind the cave and we're going to be doing some. But what I really wanted to do is just kind of reach out to everybody that like the YouTube end that I have and bring some of the buddies in on the Instagram end that are big in the bourbon game, in the cigar game, and kind of like bring me and whomever up to speed. Bring everybody up to speed on how to pair with bourbons and cigars. And so I'm going to sit back and I'm going to learn. And I'm just going to pop up everything on the screen and you guys go ahead. You guys are the facilitators of it. I'm just going to watch it and I'm going to learn and listen. So have at it, fellas.
So with me,
boys. Go.
It all depends, time of the day. Everybody has their different ones. You want something smooth in the daytime. You get home from work, you want something, kick back and relax from after working, and then you got your cigar, the end, relax you at the end of the night, wind you down. So it all depends on, sometimes time of the day, your palate flavor.
Yes, absolutely. Time of the day. Yes. It's a lot of factors that play in.
Oh yeah, you just can't go, go
a
to
lot
the
of
store
factors
like,
play in.
I'm gonna grab this cigar.
What you've eaten. Right. What you eating, what you drinking. There's a lot of factors that play in. I mean, like early morning, of course, most people early morning go for Connecticut band uh
Yep.
or Connecticut blend. So it's one of those deals where the more you smoke and the more you get into it, you will find that your palate would, evolve to particular cigars at certain parts of the day, but it also comes down to what you're eating at that time, what you may be drinking. Yes. But you have to choose, again, it's one of those deals. I mean, you have to pick and choose what works for you at that time of the day. Now, like I said, I've been smoking since 2002. So like me, I got a corn cob, a meerschaum corn cob pipe that is like my go-to when I do smoke pipe tobacco. But pipe tobacco for me is like it's like okay, when I'm out of cigars, I will smoke pipe tobacco. But essentially, I am a cigar smoker. So for me, I have my brands. JC Newman is one of my go-tos. Um, Steve Saka and some of his. Uh, it, Kiki, Don Kiki. I mean, it's like the list can go on. My father, the judge. Like the list can go on for days of what I
Oh
really
yeah.
enjoy, but at the same time, it's all in what I'm drinking, what I'm smoking, what I have eaten at the same time. Because, like, I mean, it's certain cigars that pairs well with it. If you have a steak dinner, certain cigars that pair well with it. If you have you be like, hey, I got a seafood dinner, I'm eating fried fish. It's other cigars that pair well with it. So it's kind of once you start developing your palate, that's when you will learn what foods and what drinks, whether it's wine, whether it's beer, whether it's alcohol, whether it's scotch, bourbon, whatever, that will pair well with those cigars. But it takes years to develop that palate.
What I'm sitting here listening to you guys, and what um, I'm noticing that there's a lot of military up in the room right now. I'm just scrolling as you guys are talking, and I don't mean to interrupt your flow and your thunder or anything, but I'm noticing Point Blank Experience, Veterans and Cigars, Northwest Bourbon. Um, who else is up in here? It was a lot of well, we have some people up in here that have that are in military. And here's the thing: my wife was just telling me today, and I like this is just I'm going to let you guys say your thunder and roll here in a minute. But my wife was telling me we were just looking at bourbons and things like this. There's a new bourbon that's coming out for the 250th anniversary of Maker's Mark, and that that I want to do and it's the red, white, and blue dip, wax dipped, and I want to pick that up. And I'm like, uh, so Point Blank's experience just put down. If you guys want to go ahead and make a comment on this, guys, this would be great. Uh, Great company today, Veterans and Cigars North. You guys, hey, that's something. You guys have done something. You guys have done something that I didn't do. I went to college to play basketball and things like that. But you guys, thank you first off, foremost. Thank you guys for your service, and I
I'm an
appreciate
ex.
you.
So essentially,
I'm
essentially, essentially it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people out here that go and steal. Essentially they out here with stolen valor that claim to be in the military. I was never in the military other than ROTC in the high school. But essentially, I am a first responder, so I'm a firefighter EMT. I'm not a veteran under no means, no circumstances. I respect the
You're
veterans
still
and
a first
stuff that have
responder,
went
bro.
out here and fought for this country.
I'm not allowed to speak about what I was, but I was there for you all, and I'm still here for everyone. The main
Well,
point
thank
of
you.
why we're here today, main point of why we're here today is to support everyone here and to bring down the process where you all start to understand me about. If I start to speak too Scottish, please just change the tone up and let me know if anybody's starting to lose the conversation. The main here is that we have three cigar veterans, we're going to say, who are well in their time. I started in 1970, my man, another one, and then from there we have all different age groups where we started smoking. I have over 12 years in the industry of making tobacco, working with tobacco, plantations, and I have over 30 years in the whiskey and spirit industries. So today we have the process of going through. So everyone here is a main bourbon drinker, okay? And I love what the boys say, that they're very true. It depends what you are. But everyone's different. So if I swear as well, don't take offence. I'm just a Scotsman. I like to fucking add some pepper to what I'm saying. For example, I wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. First thing I make is a coffee. The second one I make is a coffee malt. So that'll be malt inside a coffee. Then from there I'll have a dram. And then for my first cigar is at my coffee malt. So therefore I'll have a 4x40 and then I'll follow into a Robusto at that point of the day. So I smoke between 15 to 18 cigars in a day, and I smoke during blending 20 to 30, depending on how many blends I've got coming through. When I'm testing bottles, I have 18 to 20, 40 bottles I have to try within a day in the points of tasting. So I can tell you this, there is no good time. There is no processing. You have to find yourselves. You have to find your flavors. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start listening to questions, looking at the process. We're here for question and answer. We're here to work at points. Some people love rum. Some people love cognac. Some people love a good bourbon. The point is, the industry is changing. The alcohol industry is changing vastly, especially in bourbons, especially in whiskies. We're not going to have the same amount of bulk as we used to. All those bulks now are getting used for better processes. They're getting used in for the next stage of where whiskies are going. So what you know now will be different soon. So you need to be prepared in your palate. For example, let's be honest, bourbons, being corn-based, are very sweet. Okay, and main ranges are very sweet. When you go higher up in the proof, obviously that's when it comes more stronger, a bit more girth to it, and more fire as we're going into. Anybody want to disagree?
I agree.
Okay. So if you're going with a high proof alcohol, you do not want to go with a mild, silly cigar. Okay. You don't want to go anything mild, soft. You don't want to go with you want to go into full wrappers. You want to go into full bodied cigars. Most of you, if you've not been smoking for the best 5 years, you probably have not got up to the proper strength of a good Maduro or a good strong cigar. So if we take a 5 points in cigars, a 5-point would be the biggest, strongest cigar. Most people don't work up to that then. So therefore, we need to find bourbons that are really kind of more to your Delacroix in all these. No? 70-year-old bourbon, outgoing.
I got a question for you, Jimmy. I've known you for quite some time. Now, what's your favorite? This will help out a lot of the guys. I'm one of the lucky ones who's actually getting some of Jimmy's new cigars that are coming out. He busts their chops, smoke them all the time. Be like, oh, I'm smoking. I'm like, you mother. What's your favorite bourbon and your favorite one of your cigars mixture together?
That's a good question because it depends. So, for example, if I'm going for, sorry, I'm just replying to a message. So if I was going really into the bourbons, there's a good bourbon that's been created recently for actual cigars. They actually have their own range of cigars as well. It would be Eagle Rare and Penelope. These are two main ones.
Which Penelope? Which Penelope?
Penelope has a cigar whiskey. So they have it's the edition 1. They're going to have 2 more additions to that. Penelope Cigar Edition is, I'll tell you what exactly it looks like.
He's got it right there, Jimmy.
There you go. That's it. One of my friends in the cigar industry helped create that one. So it's done from her tobacco using very rich San Andres tobaccos. So for those of you who haven't got to San Andres tobacco yet, San Andres tobacco gives you lots of chocolatey coffee notes when it's very well done. And with that whiskey, it's fucking phenomenal, if you don't mind me saying. I've not got a lot of Wellers to my hands. When I have been traveling, I do like a good Wellers every so often. Wild Turkey, I've done some work with, but I don't. I'm not a fan of everything that they have. The best ones I would say is your Elijah Craig and your. Fuck, what was that other one that I like? Elijah Craig and
So just like the business,
Angela Envy.
alchemy, like the business
Four
alchemy just
Roses is a
said,
good
like
one too.
you know,
Any malts.
but
One of the ones
he
that's
likes.
just every day and not too expensive on the budget is your Woodford.
Right. So like the business alchemy just mentioned, like he likes,
We can't
the
hear
Eagle Rare.
you.
He likes the Eagle Rare, but me, I don't care for
What's
the
his name
Eagle
again?
Rare. So like me, when I go bourbon, I'm like Maker's Mark. I'm like Woodford Reserve.
John, tell your boy we can't hear him.
Taylor.
He's on mute. He's on his mic.
All right.
So, for example, all the cigar, there's hundreds of cigar whiskies out there, okay? There's hundreds of bourbon-based cigars out there. For example, Cohiba done their 200, their 2025 sets with the Weller, if I'm not wrong. Buffalo Trace have many different ones that they work with. Gurkha have a bourbon enhanced cigar. These are infused cigars. Okay? Buffalo Trace, we have Diesel Whiskey, Weller. We also have Perdomo have a couple of ranges in Habano, Sungrowns, different ones that they have. Eagle Rare has its own cigars. Gurkha's bourbon ones are like very. Gurkha's bourbon ones, for my experience, have been very hit and miss for myself. The Cohibas, they're obviously amazing. Good Cuban tobacco with a. The only thing is, I feel that the bourbon overpowers the tobacco essence from a good Cuban. In my personal feeling, and that's sorry.
But with the particular Penelope cigar sessions, that chapter number 1.
Yep.
What?
Maybe another 2 chapters.
Yep. What particular cigar? Now we're diving into it. Like for instance, like tonight, I got the bottle here, but right now I'm smoking a quorum right now from J.C. Newman.
Okay, what are you smoking from J.C. Newman?
The quorum.
Okay, that's a good one. From what I remember, that's a soft to medium cigar. Yep, that's a soft from medium, from what I remember. So what I'm going to say with you on this is let's go through this. When you pour yourself some Penelope, and let's get into this, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is right up Jimmy's alley now.
So my task here, guys, is to actually make a believer out of this process. So how much have you smoked of your cigar?
Half.
Half of it? Okay, so you're in that second third. So what I want you to do is let your cigar sit right now. Let your cigar sit.
My bad.
What I want you to do is let your cigar sit right now, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare our palate for the actual whiskey. What you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and forefinger, you're going to dip it in your whiskey, get it really wet, and you're just going to clean your nose. Really get a good snort of the whiskey in and clean that nose.
Okay.
Pull down the nose, let it really coat in there. Start feeling the mastication, start to going back. So we've just done a little small retro there. Do you retro when you smoke? So do you blow the smoke for your nose when you're smoking?
Nope.
Okay, you not got that far yet. That's okay. So what we're going to do is now we're going to just prepare your lips, okay? So take some of the whiskey and just wet your lips with it. Now start masticating that around your lips, really prepare it. Start feeling that little smoke, that small little puff of smoke coming into the back of your mouth and that little once. Now round it out. Let's heat up the mouth, okay? Let it roll around. How much did the flavor change of the cigar for you there?
It brought it out and it actually enhanced it.
There we go. Now we're starting to do the process because now you've cleaned your palate. Now we're going into this whole process. Okay, brother. What we're going to do now is you're going to wet your lips again with the whiskey. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to take a small sip. Okay, small sip to just go under the tongue. Okay, just under the tongue with the whiskey. Okay. The main point of why we do these rituals I designed most of these rituals for the process that I know what I'm looking to bring out in someone. I know what I want to bring out. So someone how long have you been smoking, brother?
I just started actually about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so we have a lot of work to do to build your palate up, to start building into stronger cigars and go up to higher proofs. Okay, if you understand me. But there is always a way to bring out the best on these. So what we're going to do now is, now that you've put the whiskey under the back, how did that feel in the bottom of the palate there?
Is stronger than when it hits the top.
Okay.
I never do any bourbon reviews or anything, or drink my bourbon with my bourbon under the tongue. This is a different feel.
Why do you think that has happened? Because basically all our taste buds, all our palate is really on the top of the tongue. So if we really want to do any pairing, we want to do any process, we need to start working with the whole mouth as it is. Well, what you do is take another drink, wash the mouth around, get the tongue rolling around, get it all moving, and slowly pass it front. Just slowly let it pass back, okay? Now that's your natural one. But it feels a little bit stronger now because of that bass tones at the bottom, no? So now we've actually opened up everything, okay? So, brother, now let's go into this. Take a smoke your cigar. Watch me first. What we're going to do is we're going to take 3 big puffs. Let it slowly come out your mouth after that, okay? Feel how much more flavor that tobacco has. Now feel that little bit of caramelization, that little bit of that dirty water from the corn coming in from there. Start feeling that? A little bit of that earthy point, that little bit of grass coming in there. Okay?
Yep.
Now, good, brother, good. Okay? Get a good smoke in you now. Okay? Because we're going to be preparing this now. So what we're going to do is you're going to take a good smoke. You're going to keep smoking. And you're going to watch me first. Okay? So I'm going to take this from here. Then blow out from there. Try like that. Good bit of smoke. I want to get good thick smoke in there. The smoke's going to start feeling lighter in your mouth now because we're preparing the palate, okay? So feel that smoke in your mouth. Now take a drink as you're going in that, okay? Keep the smoke in your mouth. Keep smoking in your mouth. What we've did now is we've heated up the mouth. We've actually got ourselves look at that flavor coming out in your mouth. I see your eyes is changing there. What did you taste there, brother?
It brought out a lot of the caramel. It brought out a lot of the vanilla, and
that brown sugar. You felt that brown sugar coming out, no?
I actually can taste the the tobacco portion in the Penelope now when
Good.
I was never able to do that.
It's that's a Al Fuller. The guy who's just on the now, I can't pronounce it because I can't see that well. I'm an old person, so we've not got any luck on this. But that is a very good cigar. That Corojo is a very mild, but just has that medium to high on the body. It's very good to start working on a cigar.
That's
okay, brother. So did you start to feel a little bit of barbecue coming from there with the tobacco? A little bit of nice gristled meat, a little bit of gristle there.
That went down the wrong pipe.
Okay, brother. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a drink of the whiskey. We're going to wash it around the mouth. Wash it around the mouth. And before we swallow, we're going to lift the tongue to the top of the palate of the mouth, to the bridge of the mouth, and swallow while the tongue's at the top of the mouth. Okay? So, Ranjit. On that, what happens is we cancel out again all those taste buds that we're imagining, and we get so much flavour starting to roll in the back of the palate. We get that lovely earthy, that tobacco, that smoke starting to really mix in with the whiskey. Let's try that there.
It is.
Number 6 on the button. What's that? What's the number 6 on the button?
I'm not sure. Wrong podcast. Okay.
On the button. 6 on the button. Or no,
he said wrong podcast.
How did that taste to you? Go through the flavors with me.
A lot of caramel. More caramel than I'm actually picking up off of any time that I have drinking this bottle.
That. Yep. So now you've actually opened up your palate. We've done this whole process. We can really play with this whole enjoyment we're going through in the mouth. Okay. So what we're going to do is, how much you got left in your glass?
Oh, I got the bill. We're good.
No, how much you got left in it? You get the bell? Okay, good. So what we're going to do is, you're going to just take a good swig of that now, and just have a normal drink. We're just going to have a normal drink. How much more smoother is that now for you? How much more natural? How much more natural is that became up to you? So there is no bad process of doing. There is no right time to do this. There's no right time to do this, boys and girls. I don't know if there's any girls on here, but there is no right time to do this. The process is, when you light up a cigar, when you light up your pipe, when you pour yourself anything, that is 90 minutes of peace and dedicated time to yourself. That is 90 minutes of unspoken, unnecessary conversation. Those are the times.
Jimmy, let me ask you this here. Let me ask you this here though. When you're preparing to actually drink bourbon with a cigar, obviously, do you go through that whole process with the nose, with the lips? Do you do that whole process before you start?
Yep, I would do that whole process, because remember, what we're doing is we're building up our own little ritual. Okay, so when you pull out your cigar, your ashtray, your cutter, your lighter, you set out your cigar, you make a little ritual about that when you're doing it. But why not do the same with your bourbon? It shouldn't be just a point of pouring it and drinking it. It should be trying to bring out every flavour you want to enjoy with that cigar. That is what pairing's about. That is what the whole process. Even their pipe tobacco. This is the whole process that we're looking to do. We're looking to bring out flavours. We're looking to bring out so much endorphins from this little nectar that's hitting our lips. We're taking that nectar, that lovely dulcet tones, which people like myself spend years debating with barrels if they'll give us our sweet notes to give them to use. So why not do the distiller, do the alchemist, the benefits, and make that cigar a ritual, that whiskey, that malt, that rum, that alcohol, uh, an art for yourself. Experience the whole thing.
Right. And I'm not sure if he drinks scotch or not, but essentially it's the same deal. If you drink a single malt scotch or if you're into like the blended scotch, it's the same process.
Hoya Nicaragua, and I have a GT20. I probably have. I've done a lot of work with Hoya Nicaragua in the last 10 years. So I work with a lot of different companies. I have my own, so I do lots of different work in, especially when we're in different events. So we send each other cigars. There is actually lots of posts recently with me and Arturo Fuentes receiving lots of my products and stuff like that. He bought one of my 38-year-old whiskies in the PCA event.
So, but we pulled the Penelope cigar series out, the back chapter number 1. But now check this out. Before you guys got on here, I went live on YouTube, which was like, I don't know, we had a big storm came through here yesterday, and it just like caused havoc and hell through here with my internet connections. But nevertheless,
I lost half of my distillery. I lost 422,000 liters in whiskey. A lightning bolt came through my warehouse and destroyed most of my stuff.
When, today?
So right now, yesterday. So
Holy crap.
So right now I'm in damage control, trying to fucking prep stuff.
So different cigars, different bourbons. So this is the one that I did the review on YouTube tonight, about an hour ago. It's right there.
Old Forest. I love Old Forester. Has a lovely peatiness to it. So lots of heat coming off of that. A little bit of depth on it, smokiness. So that's a really good whiskey for. See, I love that. I'll be honest. I love that in a coffee. I put a little bit in a coffee every so often. Is love working with it. But
So
cigar wise,
Fuller Life says it's the number 16 of Cigar Aficionado's top 25 of 2018. The top 16 of Cigar Aficionados.
Cigar Aficionados is one of the only companies that do ratios to the cigars. I can tell you from the industry, and I have no against in these guys, but no one in the industry wants to work with these guys because they fuck up lots of processes, because they take the biggest money that is given to them and then rate the cigar. So I'm sorry, man. It's a good cigar, but you're never going to get me doing that or telling you what's a number or what's the point. A cigar's a cigar, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
cigar's a process of what it comes to you. Because it's a 16 to someone else, does that mean it has to be a 16 to you? If it is, I'm sorry. You're just being a parrot.
It's like Cigar
Aficionado is one of them. You got Half Wheel that most cigar smokers call them half wit. It's a few others.
Thank you for the true comment, brother. Thank you for the true comment.
It's a few others that they do. They kind of they rate cigars, and a lot of it is based on what they actually essentially like to smoke themselves. It's not based on like an open mindset.
They're also based on price,
and
who's paid the most bundled to them.
Price, right? Who's gave them the most cigars? Who gave them the most money? So essentially, it's kind of hard to listen to these, these magazines, the raters when they put stuff out. I mean, Boston Jimmy is another one. It was a cigar a few years ago that he rated. He gave it like a 99. I was like, wait a minute. This particular manufacturer never made a cigar that was a 99 rating overall, but he gave it a 99. And when I did some research, kind of found out it was because what? That particular brand sent him, multiple cigar after cigar after cigar after cigar type of deal. So he kind of rated it higher, but everybody else that smoked it rated it in like 80, 85. He rated
Yep.
a 99.
That's like the one I'm smoking right now. I can tell A10. It's amazing. It's got the whole barbershop view, wrap to it. It's got the. I've gone on there and I've seen people rating. Oh, it's a horrible cigar. It's hard. And the thing is, a lot of them. What? Okay. A lot of
Fuller,
people.
Fuller, if you want to join in, if you want to come on the live, man, if you want to come in with us, bro, you can. You just let me know. I can bring you on up in here.
I've seen a lot of people, all over, oh, I don't like that score. I like that score. That's what all these different people rate. Everyone's got a different palate. As we were talking earlier. I had someone, recommend. I'm not going to say it on here. Don't want to blast people. Had someone saying, "Oh, it's an absolutely amazing cigar." I smoked it. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't something I enjoyed. It all depends on what you enjoy. The flavors you like. I've learned. I'm not a fan of, the light wrappers. I like dark wrappers. I like the flavor. I like the taste of it, especially the smell. Also, some cigars have no taste, have no smell, and you're smoking almost nothing. It all depends on what you enjoy mainly. And I don't go by rate.
Mad precise palate. Sorry, John. Keep going.
I gotta jump off.
As John's doing that. Okay, bro. You do you. So my particular palate, I've had years.
Hey, Fuller, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Fuller, if you like to jump in on the chat live, if you want me to bring you up, if you feel like you want to come in, just let me know. All right, bro. Jeremy, hey man, hey, what's up? Yeah, Fuller, if you want to come in, just let me know. I can bring you on up in here with us. All right. Jeremy, how are you, man? So let me ask you this: what size? 6x54, 5x54? Question mark.
Toros. Toros and Grande Robustos. A Toro can be from 6 and 3/4 to 50, from 56 to 52. Robusto can be anything from a fat Robusto or a big Robusto will be 5.5 by 54. So Robusto Grande, I believe. And then from there you have your Robusto.
Yeah, I mean, even like
5 by 50.
Yeah, I mean, you have your. I mean, I've seen on very rare occasion. I've seen like like the Grand Toros and stuff that it's been like a 52, but it's been like it's been a little bit longer than what you would averagely expect. Churchills, it really all depends on what that that manufacturer is trying to put out there. Like, I mean, if you go on like I told you last week when we talked, cigar page, you go on there, you will find cigars that'll be like, oh, it's a mini. Essentially it's like, oh, it's a cigarillo size, or it's a little bigger, such as a Lancero, a Lonsdale, or whatever. So it kind of depends on what that manufacturer is trying to put out at that time. But again, like we said, right. Well, again, when you mix in cigars and bourbon or scotch or gin, rum, whatever you drink, and beer, whatever you're drinking at the time is kind of like even like early morning where you with coffee. Like me, I have my coffee that I like early in the morning.
Every
I
cigar
love
industry,
Wawa.
we lost him. We lost you, brother. We can't hear you.
So I love Wawa. Wawa is a local gas station.
Can you hear him?
And they have they have a Cuban roast.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're red.
I can hear you.
You're red, so it's like you might be like your internet might not be there. But Wawa has a Cuban roast that I love it. I buy it directly from them, or I buy the grounds and I come home, I make my own, and that way when I want to drink it, I have my Cuban roast with my Buffalo Trace bourbon cream.
Oh, really?
As the actual, like, that's my, mixer or whatever. It works that way.
Wow.
But again, it just comes down to that deal. Again, it comes down to what you want to smoke at that time of the day. What clears? Coffee does clear your palate. So if you smoked a lot today, get you a cup of coffee. It's gonna clear your palate. If you don't get coffee, get coffee beans. Get you some coffee beans, chocolate covered, whatever. It will help you clear your palate, and you be like, all right, cool, I'm ready to go again.
Guys, I'm gonna bring another person in the room right quick. Hold on right quick here. Hold on a second. Let me see let me see here. I'm gonna do this without messing it. So it's the 3 bars.
Industry is going to start to bring out their own sizes. They want to build something that's different, that hits the mark and is noticeably different towards the consumer, towards everyone. So they'll always bring it. There's set size, and then they'll make it a little bit thicker, put an extra name on it, just to give it that jargon. They want to make it bigger for themselves.
So somebody walk me through here real quick. How to bring another guest up into the room. I need to figure that out because another guest wants to come in. I'm lost on this one here while we're in the chat, let's say. And I don't want to be hitting a bunch of buttons and logging people off. And okay.
So Fuller Life now, 6x54, 5.5x54. It really depends on the manufacturer. It's one of those deals. It could be a Toro, it could be a Maduro, it could be a Habano. It just depends on it. It could be a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Essentially, it's not about the size. Essentially, it comes down to the wrapper. Just because a lot of them use the same wrapper. A lot of them use the same wrapper, so it makes it hard to essentially be like, oh, this size is, essentially specific to a certain size. So it's one of those deals where you kind of just be like, hey, this is the type of cigar I gravitate towards. Like, I love Mexican San Andreas. I've had some that's been by 6x54. I've had some that's been 5.5x52, whatever. But essentially the size of, it doesn't really matter when it comes to a Vitola, just because it's different Vitolas with the same size, that's out there. So, now, like, the only time that it matters, like, if you get into like your Corona cigars, or you get into like a Lancero or Lonsdale, yes, they have specific sizes. Like, this is what really makes this a Lancero or a Lonsdale. Other cigars, Maduros, Toros, Robustos, Habanos, they essentially use the same size. The only thing that changes is the wrapper. It changes the wrapper. It's not about the size. It changes the wrapper. Maybe the binder and the filler. Some of them use the same binder and filler, and all they do is change the wrapper.
So AC, you have a question up in the room. Just wondering which size you guys like filling in your hand.
Me, I'm more of like a 5x52, 6. What size do I like feeling in my hand?
6x58. Not really. Me, anything over a 6x60. 6x60 is my limit. I don't go with like the 770s, 880s, 990s. Like, I don't do it. And that's just because that's my personal preference. But me, at the same time, you start getting into those bigger ring gauges, to me, it feel like, essentially holding your dick in your hand. But hey, that's just, if you like it, hey, that's your choice.
Fuller, there you go, my man. Jump on that right quick. I just figured it all out. There you go. That link, Fuller, I'll bring you on up in here. We got another question in here. Rappers burn hotter, slower, faster. Fuller, click that link, man, and come on up in here.
Rappers burning hotter, slower, faster. Essentially, it depends on a lot. It depends on the environment that you're smoking it in. It depends on what you use to light it. Just because I mean, if you're using a regular cigarette lighter, like a buddy over here that we kind of had to teach him the other week, but hey, we got him straight. We got him straight. Uh, so essentially, it just depends. It depends on the light. I mean, if you torch it and you like overlight it to the point where it getting burned, yes, it's gonna get a harder burn. You're gonna get, you're gonna get it where it's gonna be, it's gonna tunnel or whatever. So you just have to kind of like you have to learn the cigars as you go. You just have to learn it as you go. You can ask other people that's been in the game longer, what do they use? I like cigars. If I don't have a torch available, the only other option I have is matches. Matches is the only other thing. I would not go and take a big cigarette lighter to light a cigar. It's not gonna happen. But again, it's one of those deals. It's either a torch, and you can use a 2-torch, 3-torch, quadruple torch, whatever. Or get you matches. Most cigar lounges will say, "Hey, would you like matches?" They're not gonna offer you a big lighter. They're gonna offer you matches. Matches or torch. Essentially, the way to go to light your cigars. And again, it's the environment that you're smoking it in that does play a factor into whether it's hotter, faster, or whatnot.
Okay, can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can. What's
Okay.
up, man?
I
What's
didn't,
going
I didn't
on?
know if I was
Finally
up
up
I
here.
didn't know if I was. I didn't know if I was back in the back waiting in the studio.
No, you in here now.
Okay,
You up in
well,
here
that's
now.
cool. That's
Now we
cool.
can bang it all out now. Because it's all
Yeah.
brand
No,
new
I
to
was
me.
just, I was.
If y'all talking about a 90 or 110 proof, or I could talk more, but I'm getting educated tonight too, man.
Yeah, I'm still with my whiskeys and everything. I'm still trying to develop my actual whiskeys because I like so many different ones. But I know I like a VSOP, when I'm doing my cigars and everything. But on my pipe lately, I've been smoking my pipe though. I have this raspberry whiskey right here that I've been smoking. It's a raspberry whiskey. It's real good. But yeah, when Big Rick said he's talking about cigars, I'm like, oh, you up in my area now because I cigars and pipes ever since I was 19. And the way I got on them was from my godfather. He's passed now, but he always had his cigar and his pipe, and I just love the way it smelled. When I went away to play ball and everything out to college, I just missed that smell. So what I did was just go. I went and found, and found pipe smell that reminded me of him what I like, and cigars and everything I like. So that's how I got into it ever since like 19, playing football and everything, just a good pipe or a good cigar. And then I noticed that females love the way it smells. So that I really got on it then.
But like, so Tony, you've been smoking for how
So
long?
you said 19. You said 19. So which year was that for you when you started smoking cigars?
Oh, I'll be 57 this year. So you talking back in like 80s?
All right. So you've been smoking. Okay, so you've been smoking a little
87,
longer than me.
88.
Right. I've been smoking since 2002, and that's essentially when I turned 18, coming out of high school. So it's one of those deals.
Yep. I'm
In a minute.
I would say 87, 88, somewhere around there.
Okay. So you've been at it for a while, and that's the thing that I've been telling the guys is like, and ladies that's in here is just like it takes time to build your palate to understand. A lot of it, a lot of smokers they came into the, cigar smokers came in because what? The first thing we smoked was essentially the aromatic cigars. So you came in with the flavored cigars. You came in smoking your acids or your Don Raffas or some of those that was like, okay, I'm smoking a flavored cigar. I'm
Or
smoking
your
something that
cigarillos.
tastes like right, or even the cigarillos. So it was
Yup.
one of those deals where you smoking, vanilla or you're smoking strawberry or whatever. I mean, you smoked it. You smoked the Tatianas, the Ruby Blues, stuff like that. And then you developed your palate and then you moved on. And so now you don't really go back and look at those, you know, and you're like, well, I don't really touch those, unless it's like, hey, I'm having, like I've ate a steak dinner or something. I just want a dessert cigar. So you might go and get, a Tatiana or a Fat Bottom Betty or uh, the Deadwood Leather Rose or whatever. Like it's times that you be like, okay, yeah, I will go back and touch them, but I won't touch them if I ate a steak dinner or something where I just want a dessert cigar and
Oh yeah.
a glass of wine or a beer or my scotch, my bourbon or whatever, and work it out that way.
So Tony, so you've been on this cigar journey for a little bit, then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've been on the cigar journey since 2002. I've been on the bourbon journey since 2005. And then I like Scotch. I'm a single malt man, but essentially I didn't get onto the single malt until like literally like 10, maybe 12 years ago. And I was pretty much in my 30s. Like I was in my early 30s when I got onto like the whole single malt Scotch. Just cause like it was like, yeah, I'm not drinking Scotch. Like, I mean, we, like me and my homies and stuff, we had like house parties and stuff, and like Scotch was the last thing. Like at that point, like we drank all the vodka, the gin, the rum, tequila, the whole nine. It's like, all right, well now it's like, all right, well, we just looking for something simple to drink just cause. But I didn't appreciate the art of like a single malt scotch at that time until I got older. So now, like rum, gin, tequila, vodka, none of that I don't touch. It's me, it's either bourbon or single malt scotch.
Yeah, this is a Monte Cristo I picked up. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Keep it up there. Hold it up there, Tony. Keep it up right quick. Okay.
Yeah, but that was a signature and signature one, and it's an espresso, and it's like really real good, man, real good.
Are you tasting? When you smoke it, do you taste the coffee notes out of it?
Definitely, definitely. It's coffee and it's like, but the palate of it around the rim is a leather. It's like a leather type palate. But I mean, it is really good, and I tried different ones just to stay up on it. And for some reason, I always keep going back to my Nicaraguans. I just, out of all of them, Dominican, everybody, I just love the Nicaraguan cigars. I do.
So he just hit me to the game tonight, man, with this because I had the Penelope Cigar Sessions, and it was volume chapter 1, and he poured it up, showed me how to clean the nose, showed me how to do the lips, and then showed me how to put the bourbon under the tongue. Even before I took the first toke, the first sip of anything of a cigar. And let me tell you something. I've been doing
It
these
brings it
reviews.
out, don't it?
I've been doing these reviews, and it has totally changed up the flavor profile of my bourbon, man. And I'm like, it's a trip how a cigar, particularly with that particular bourbon, brought out some of the flavors that have been like it was really pronounced. And I'm like, this is crazy as hell.
Yeah, he showed me something, like I said, doing the nose. I never did that one. I did around the rim and everything. And then and put it in and swish it and then had your cigar. And like you said, you bring those flavors out. But I can imagine like clearing it with, around your nose, clearing everything out for you. I said, yeah, that was like, that's good. I'm at to try that.
That was crazy. I tried it and put it underneath the tongue, underneath the bottom of the tongue, and then squished it around to prep my mouth. Man, wait.
Here it is.
And it just Yeah.
I can't hear everyone in the group. I can hear yourself. I can't hear you, Rick, and sometimes I hear Ace.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. So if anybody asks me something, please just tell me because I can't hear anybody else anymore. Something's happened in the line where I can only hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, they have and I don't know if you know about this, where they have the little devices. You can put the wood chips in it, put it on top of your glass, and you can smoke. Yeah, you can smoke your bourbon or your whiskey and everything and
If you have to smoke, if you have to smoke something onto it, you just weren't ready for the flavors.
Explain that.
So what I mean by that is, like, for example, all your wood chips come in different flavors, okay? So if we look at the wood chips, there's cherry flavors, matcha flavors, different like that. So you're essencing the flavor to get something extra from it.
well,
So for
it's to
me,
bring out the flavor, but a smoke flavor to it.
you're just taking the top smoke of it. For smoke to penetrate the barrel, it needs to be done from the seed. It needs to be done to the process. So all you're doing is putting smoke on the tip end. But
Right, exactly.
but if you put a tobacco smoke, for example, Rick, take your tobacco, take a little smoke, blow it into your cup, and close it. And all I want you to do is just wove it around and hold it till the smoke densifies and calms down. Okay.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna doing that and closing it and then swishing it around to penetrate. You swish it around, you penetrate the actual whiskey, you heat up the whiskey, you start to nature it with that. Okay? That then is your whiskey. No.
You
Close
gotta
it, close
close it,
it, close
Rick.
it up, close it, close it. That's it. Wash it around. Give it a good whoosh around for a good couple of minutes.
Tony, you act like you know what you're doing, bro. You act like you know what you're doing. You
Now
training me.
let the air out and drink it while it's going. How much of the smoke did you taste of that? How much do you taste of the barrel now?
A
Nothing.
lot.
Okay. Now blow out the smoke and take another taste. How much different is that?
A lot. Because you don't get the smokiness
Throughout the
from
tobacco
the.
notes of the actual whiskey.
Yep.
I can't hear him.
He was saying
I'm agreeing with what you're saying. Yes.
Yep. Massively different. So that's with a normal tobacco. So as you add in the essence of it, you're going back to the barrel when you're adding those tobaccos because of the bourbon he's drinking. If you add a flavored wood to that, you're changing the essence of the flavor. You're giving it a little bit extra. If you do it to one of those like very spicy pines, you're changing the nature of the whiskey, giving it that little extra spice. Okay, just like if you're with a tobacco, just like your process. But if you're with a tobacco, do you really want to add extra spice on it?
Well, let me
So
tell you something.
essentially,
There's something that you're saying.
it's one of those. It is
There's
one of
something.
those
There's
deals where,
something that
like,
you were saying that makes a whole lot of sense because, like, I could take a couple tokes of this cigar, blow it out, and then this is 101 proof a Penelope, and the spice is more now that I got a cigar taste in my mouth. The spice is heavier. Is that making sense?
Can you hear Rick?
What's that? Y'all can hear you?
No, I was asking, can he hear
No,
it? He can't
not
hear
at
you,
all.
Rick, for some reason. he was saying when he take a couple of totes off a cigar, and then he blow it in, and letting it sit and everything, he could taste like the spice. It brings out the spice in it.
Okay, so if you're doing that, you're bringing out the spice of the tobacco with the whiskey. So if you're smoking, do you want to add an extra spice onto your whiskey from a different wood, from a different process? Exactly.
Mhm.
If you're doing a cocktail, you're doing all these processes, and let's be honest, a cocktail doesn't infuse the whiskey, doesn't do it like we just did. They just sits in the top and they get all these flamboyant notices. For it to penetrate, you need to really mix it around. You need to really get that swishing in the barrel. Then, as opposed,
Right.
so I would only say people if they want to do that kind of process and do that is because they're not liking the cigar and they want to add a little bit more spice to it.
Right, and I'm not gonna say that it's not that they not liking the cigar. A lot of it could be, like I see people all the time. They do like the smoke Manhattans and stuff like that. And it's like, well, why would you smoke a Manhattan? It's like, a it's already one of those drinks that's kind of on the sweet side anyway. But it's like, well, is it the cigar that's in question, or is it the fact that you smoked a cigar that did not pair well with a Manhattan?
Exactly, exactly. If we've got to remember, lots of what we're doing now and what you're trying to get into is choice, is start to build up your palate between a cigar and a. If you're if you're having a cocktail with your cigar, what's a go-to cocktail when you're doing a medium to strong cigar? Would be a Carajillo or an old fashioned. Okay, when you have more sweeter drinks like your Manhattan, your Port Reserve Manhattan, your martinis or a dirty martini, these ones have bitter sweetness to them. So they're going for medium to soft cigars that bring out the flavors in the cigar for you to add and enhance those. If you're putting ice in your whiskey, you're just not ready for the conversation.
Right.
Right, right.
But you know what?
That's
I
one of my
do.
biggest sayings and one of my hashtags. No ice, just complexity. If you are putting ice into your neat drink or your whiskey or whatever you're putting into, it's because you're just not ready. You're trying to soften it out and denature the drink, so you just don't need to experience everything you want to experience. That's my personal view. If it offends people, I'm sorry. It's just a personal view. I do a
FNLN
channel.
65.
My
Thank you,
channel
man. I
is The
appreciate
Art
you,
of
man.
Sipping in
Thank you.
Cigars. So that's an educational process that I brought up for the last 10 years. And it's teaching people the actual art, bringing back that art form to alcohol with your cigar. And I work through spirits, wines, vodka, gin, all neat in the processes. Don't get me wrong, I have lots of cocktails that I make and throw into these ones, but it's cocktails that are designed around that whole aspect of being pairing for a cigar. For
Tony,
example, there's a
Tony,
lovely
you want to
one that
put
I
this
make. It's
one up
called the
because
100
he
year
can't hear me.
100 year
Ask him why
cigar. What
why
are you saying, Rick?
a certain type of you have to worry about a certain type of a lighter. Right now, this is what I'm using right now.
Okay, Rick want to know why do he have to worry about a certain type of a lighter? I'm gonna let you go
He
ahead
he
and
doesn't.
then I'll tell him what my
He,
thought.
so most people will go on to telling you that the jet flame and stuff like that is your cleaner. Your cleaner of butane gas, which is going to allow people to have more essence and natural flavors come to a cigar. Let's be honest, boys and girls. Back in the 60s, when I was up in that, back in the 70s, we didn't have jet flames. We didn't have that point. You smoked the cigar with what you had. You smoked the cigar with a Bic lighted butane, a normal Bic butane lighter. or you smoked with a match. Fuck, I smoked lots of my cigars with fucking Zippos. I still have my original Zippo from the military, which I use for my cigars every so often. So you only need to light a cigar up with what you want. If you want to be fancy, yes, go buy yourself fucking fancy cigars. Buy yourself combined cigars and utensils and stuff like that. Jet flames if you want. Personally, you can't travel around in the airplane with a jet flame unless it's empty, unless it's clean, then it's a single jet. If it's a quadruple, they won't let you. If it's a three or a double, it's very seldom they'll let you buy with it. Matches, you can't travel, you can get anywhere you are. A big lighter you can pick up in any local store while you're traveling for fucking 50 cents, whatever it is. $1 maximum. So most people who are getting into the process will have big fancy lighters because it's a point of the art, the showing off the process. Me personally, yes, I do have all those things. Most of them are given to me by companies because I work with them or whatever. You saying, Rick?
So I had my father used to smoke cigars all the time, and but he never used hell. I'm like, I don't even know how
a butane lighter.
To clip the end of it
Butane
off.
lighter is everyone will have a.
So your father, he's saying his father never used one.
No.
So what did your father use, Rick?
Nothing. He just bit it. He just bit the end off.
Oh, he just bit the end off. He never used the cutter. He never. Yeah, there was a lot of people that used to just bite the end off and chunk it and never use the cutter.
I use my fingernail. That's why it's designed. You're just peeling off the cap, which is normally rolled on the cap. You peel off the cap and you smoke it from there. So everyone's different. I have cutters. I have all the original process. Remember, you're doing a show. You're making an art. You're making a display.
Jungle.
So obviously,
what are you doing? What? Come over here, eat your food.
Hey.
So those are the things like this. But don't get me wrong. If you want to be fancy, you want to be noticed in the cigar industry. You want to be noticed in the cigar industry. Stop calling your cigars cigars. Call them sticks. You want to be noticed in the cigar industry. Have a good cutter. Give yourself a B cutter and a straight cutter. Have a punch for when you're walking around. You want to be noticed. Have a jet flame because people will watch you doing that. Okay. But when you yourself or when you're doing your things on the phone, don't get me wrong. People are still going to watch you when you have just basic shit. They're going to say, why has he got basic shit and I have to have everything fucking so fancy? Trust me, I do it. I love to fuck with people when you're in a fucking cigar bar. Because that's what a cigar bar is all about. You sit and you don't just sit and light your cigar. You look around when you're lighting your fucking cigar to see who's watching you, see what's happening.
You went back from the mic. We can't. You went back from the mic. We can't hear you. His mic went out.
I see that. I see that. This is cool, man. This is cool because here's the thing, Tony. This is cool, man, because just a little bit of knowledge that was given to me tonight, man. Because I do all these bourbon reviews, and I'm like, this is what I taste. But let me tell you something. That cigar brought out some stuff tonight that, I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, what in the world? This is way different.
Yeah, a cigar does that. It illuminates. I mean, it's gonna bring out because of the palate. It's gonna change your palate, and it's going to illuminate, your taste buds. And so now when you drink that whiskey, that scotch, that bourbon, oh yeah, it hit different. It hit a lot different.
This is crazy. it's crazy. It's now I have something to really tell the bourbon world. Something that I learned, like this is y'all might want to venture down this alley because this is a whole nother. Let me tell you. So I got a, and these guys are going to pop back here in a minute. I'll pull them up. So I got these today. Well, no, Saturday. I got sent to. I wonder if you can see them. Can you see that, Al?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I got that sent to me, and I got this one.
Okay, I think I got that one.
This one right here.
Let me see. No, mine's a little different. Mine's a little different.
Okay. And then I got this one right here.
Let me see. Keep that one up. Pull it back a little bit. The light, it's a glare on it. I can't.
Hold on a second. Let me pull this right here.
I was trying to see if it's.
Hold on a sec.
Okay, no, it's different. It's different. Okay.
And I don't want to smoke these cigars, man, and not know what the hell I'm talking about because it's all brand new to me, and I just want to make sure that they sent it to me, FN, they sent it to me as a single pack.
In my opinion, what you do, you read up on that cigar, and this is good with you being new, you try different ones. I'm still trying different ones. Like I said, I have several of them here that I try. I know my go-tos that I've always liked was the Nicaraguans. I like it for the mid and full, the intensity, and that's what you're gonna hear too, like the body. You're gonna hear about is it a mid body cigar, is it a full body cigar? And the mid and full, what that reference to is the strength. And you will find out mid bodies and full body cigars, they strong, and them things will put you out. You'll be like, look, I can't even stand up now. You smoke the whole thing and you smoke it by yourself and all, you'll stand up and be like, yo, I mean, it's stronger than, and I've never smoked weed, never, ever, ever. Because I was just an athlete and I never wanted, I was always wanting to keep my body straight, except for every once in a while, like I said, I smoked a cigar because I really want that smell. And I was reminiscing of my godfather and like, man, how he used to fill up the home and everything. But then I started like enjoying it in that process. I started enjoying the palate and now, and then how it, just relaxes you. And then with a good, like I said, good bourbon, a good whiskey, scotch, something like that, and you'll get different ones. And then it's the same thing. The way I say it is, it's like different wines. You can have a red wine and it's bitter. When you taste it, it's real bitter and it's dry on your palate and everything. But you eat it with that steak, that juicy steak, and it's a whole difference. It's a whole difference. That steak, the juices from that steak, the butter and everything, just the steak juices, and I can't even eat beef anymore because I have gout. But and I tell other people, but that say that about wine because I'm a big wine connoisseur as well. Me and my wife love wine. But when you eat that steak and then you have it with that same bitter wine that was dry and you didn't like it, you eat it. I mean, you drink it while you eating that steak. Nothing like it, boy. You taste all the flavors in that wine, all the flavors. A good juicy steak.
So now my wife and I are big steak eaters, okay? And I ain't talking about the steaks that pull your teeth out your head, but I ain't talking that. But we really enjoy steak. But now because I want to tell her about this. when I get off the live, what I'm going to do is go in the house and tell her, I'm like, hey, talking to this dude, and he's like, try this. What is she is a sweet red, or what is it called, where you have the mix of the sweet red and the fruit. It starts with an S. I can't, because I don't drink a lot of wine, but she loves it. What would be
Sangria?
the sangria? Absolutely. What would be the premier wine that she needs to try that's going to amp that steak up?
Man, if she's a sangria person, I mean, because sangria got so many fruits and there's so many different sangrias. I was just on a Zoom meeting earlier today telling people because I was on Zoom meeting because some people are about to take a Virgin cruise, and I was telling them about you know, when I took a Virgin when I was in Bimini at Virgin's private island, I bought a picture of, you know, their sangria, and they had a whole bunch of fruit in their sangria, and it was so good. But I was gonna say, yeah, if she likes sangria and I mean any of them, if you get now, like I said, this is the key. You get that good steak, and I mean when it's freshly hot, and the way she like it is juicy, and you top it like while it's cooking, you put that butter over it and let that butter melt on top of that steak. Put it on there with you know, she eat that steak with like some potatoes or some carrots, something like that with that sangria. I'm telling you, when she tastes that steak with that sangria, all those flavors in that sangria is going to burst. I mean, all like where she normally would taste the fruits and everything, all those fruits is just going, just in her mouth. It's just when she swish it around, she gonna be like, oh my goodness. But I'm gonna warn you, if you tell her this now, you're gonna be eating steak a lot. So your pocket might feel it. I'm gonna tell you, because she gonna be like, look, I need this flavor right here. Yeah, I mean, if you're really a steak person and she like that wine, but yeah, and that's why I said that's what that wine. Like my wife, she doesn't like bitter wine at all. She can't stand it. She like it's dry, it's nasty. But we was telling her when you eat it with that steak and everything, she just still won't try it. But my daughter kills it all day. She loves it, you know, with that steak. And she was like, yeah, it hit different. And that's what you find out with a lot of different foods, or like what you did today when you put that smoke in it and everything, and you taste it. It brings the little thing. It brings everything else out. It brings the flavors out. Yeah, it's amazing. Because we did the on a cruise ship, and I know when is your cruise?
We got it in 2027. We're going on the Celebrity Apex.
Okay, so it's at 27. I was gonna say when you hit that cruise though, I know on some of the cruise they have like a mixology class.
Yep.
And I know you would love the mixology class, but it's just different things. When you take those little pedals, you know, you could have that drink and you could taste that drink, whatever drink it is. But some about as soon as they give you that I want to say, what is it? Not herb. As soon as they give you that herb or something, you know, mint or whatever it is, or orange peel, and you rub that together, and it's just the oils from rubbing together, and you put it in there, it's a totally different taste. Totally different taste than what it was then. And you'll be like, something this small just changed it totally. So yeah, we love those mixology classes because we learned a lot, and you learn about the, you know, the sugar compared to like part, you know, bitter to part sugar, you know, in there and everything to part fruit, and you get those right parts together, and man, I'm telling you, it's electrifying.
So, like last summer, matter of fact, the week of Father's Day, we went on a cruise with Norwegian. You know, I took the mixology class. Here's the thing: on the Norwegian, they didn't let you smoke, obviously,
right,
in that part of the ship. So, you know, and you saying sangria. Hold on a second. I just added him to the room. Okay, hold on. So,
told you.
So when I went, here's the thing about it. You saying wine. So would you Ace, go ahead and mute your mic, Ace, real quick. So when you say wine, especially that sangria, would you put it on ice or would you go neat?
With sangria, it depends on how fresh. I'll say how fresh it is. If they had made, when I say fresh, certain people, certain one, they'll make it, if they make it in house, they'll make it and it'll be before they serve it, it's been, like 13 hours or 15 hours that has been sitting and fermenting. And the fruit's been fermenting in the actual liquors. But so the longer it is, I would say when you do, and it's really what she like. If you like it cold or not, but the warmer it is, the more you're gonna taste those fruits.
Bet. I'm gonna tell her that.
The warmer it is, the fruit, the more you're gonna taste the fruits, because the chillness is gonna hold back, some of the fruits because it's cold. But if you want to like that, bam, that explosive taste and everything, yeah, warm.
Quiet as kept. When I get off this live, believe you me, we going up to Tumbleweed or Texas Roadhouse, and I'm gonna test your theory. I'm gonna test your theory, and I'm gonna tell her, and I'm gonna tell her, and then I'm gonna have myself and her. Well, hold on now. Okay, so sweet reds. What about sweet reds?
Sweet reds.
Wine.
Yep, a sweet red wine. The grapes, for us, it gets into. See, we like the I forgot what they're called. I'm gonna ask my wife again. The real big grapes and grapes, and see right here in North Carolina, we have
Concord.
Not in Concord. We over near Raleigh, but going back closer.
No, I'm saying it would be the Concord grape.
No, it's the. Give me 1 second, because she's right here. Hold on 1 second. Hey, babe. What's that? But yeah, we'll say that. But I thought they were. I thought they started with a M. Muscadine. That's it. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Because muscadine.
Okay.
Muscadine. And then she said the other ones were scumpinolls. So grapes as well we like. But the muscadines, boy, them things is so big. And if you get a red wine with, if they got the muscadine made with the muscadine grapes in it, it's a good bottle. I'm trying to think of a good red wine bottle we have. I'm trying to go to our list.
While you're looking at this, let me respond to this guy here. So, FN, listen, if you can find it, so you're in Fort Wayne, obviously, I know. So, I need to hook up with you, and I need to give you a sample of this. It's an allocated, it's a highly allocated bottle. I'll be more than happy to give you a sample of it to go ahead and try it up against what we kind of like got taught tonight. It's how we taste bourbon and things like that. It took it to a whole, and honestly, I drink a lot of bourbon. I taste a lot of bourbon. I give a lot of bourbon reviews. Companies send us bourbons to do their reviews on. And here's the thing, we do the reviews and sit it up on our shelf, probably do just 2 or 3 ounces of this stuff and then send it back up sit it on the shelf. This right here took the Penelope cigar sessions to a whole nother level.
Really?
And oh my gosh, whole nother level. Now I actually can look up in here. Actually, um,
Now I was gonna say, now if what kind of steak do she like?
filet mignon,
Filet mignon, she's gonna want a Marlowe.
a Merlot.
Yep.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She doesn't like dry wines.
She don't like dry wines.
Mm-mm.
I
She
told
likes
you.
the sweet. She likes the sweet reds. She likes the sangria, and she likes the uh, it's the white wines.
Zinfandel,
Sweet wine. Yeah,
sweet wine
yeah.
like a Zinfandel, Moscato,
Absolutely, it's Zinfandel. And so,
Zinfandel,
because I don't drink a lot
Moscato,
of
and
wine,
Riesling.
well, see, Riesling's what Riesling's is kind of dry, but yeah, it has a little sweet to it too, though.
Mm-hmm. So then, in that case, then yeah, the Moscato is probably what she's gonna like better, the Zinfandel and the Moscato.
Okay,
Because I like
and
the
so
Zinfandel, but that's for the white.
okay,
That's for the white.
so
But
tell her to do it. Tell her to do it
Zinfandel
without the
do got a
IQ.
red though. Zinfandel got a red that she can get with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have her try that. But that's what I was talking about. You like my wife, she don't like the bitter dry wines like that. But I'm telling you, with a steak, a juicy steak, it
Bro,
it,
well,
it
hold on.
changes.
Let me ask you a question outside of this, bro. Let me ask you a question. Why you take so long to let me know what you own, bro? Because I would have brought you on. I would have look, man. You know what you playing, and I had no clue. I had no clue. I had no clue 4 months ago when I joined up on you on Fats and Tree, right? This is outside of what we talking about tonight.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea, bro. You can bring something to the table. Like this is crazy. Because when I get off of here in a few minutes, we going and I'm like, bro, I'm going in the house and change, shower and get the smoke off me. And I'm gonna be like, baby, let's go to dinner. And I'm like, look, I subscribed to this channel and Tony was on and he said, try this. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, Tony, check this out. My taste, my palate, when I do bourbon on the rocks versus neat, it changes the whole profile of everything, obviously, because it's washed out.
Right.
So tell her to go neat and cold, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Definitely. And I was gonna say now, one of the things I'm planning on bringing out on my other channel, I'm planning on bringing out another channel later on though, and it's called Have a Drink with Your Boy, and we're basically gonna be, and that whole thing is more along like people could be drinking on something different and everything like that, but it's like what you drinking on. Somebody can have milk, somebody can have bourbon, somebody can have a soda or whatever, and then we're gonna be chopping it up about different events, like just different things going on, life, sports, relationship, whatever the case may be, and everything. So that's something I plan on bringing out. Have a drink with your boy, but at the same time, like I guess the first 10 minutes of it is like whatever I'm drinking on or whatever, like a bourbon, like mostly like your segment or something like that, and saying what you can pair it with and how is it good, or a different like event, yours a different mixture, like because one of the things I made and I put it out on our channel before was a gummy bear mojito.
Really?
Yeah, I made a gummy bear mojito. I got pictures of it and all, sent it out, and it was real good. You drop the gummy bears in there, and the gummy bears soaking up the alcohol. So as you drinking and everything and all, it's good. But at the end, you eat that daggone gummy bear with all
See,
that alcohol in it.
my wife does the same thing, and she soaks gummy bears into golly, is because she drinks stuff that I don't drink. Is it and she lets it sit in the refrigerator in a mason jar for about a week. And then what she'll do, the damn gummy bears can change colors when we get to it, okay? And she eats the gummy bears, and man, and I tried it, and it's a whole. It's like, wow, you know, you better be
Yeah.
careful with that. You better be very, very careful with that.
That was my thing. That gummy bear get you lit.
So are you starting up a channel with that?
Well, that's what I plan on bringing out. I'm trying to finish getting our Fuller Life channel out there, our Fuller Life Now channel, because we only had 450, I believe, or something like that. So we're gonna get that monetized up to 1,000 and everything. And then my wife planned on doing a motivation channel. She planned on bringing that one out. And then another one we're gonna do together though, for late night. It's called Intimate Chemistry. So that's dealing with relationships. So you can yeah, intimate chemistry is it's gonna be butter, boy. It's gonna be, but I mean, like I tell people, it's the thing is we're gonna go up to the line without going over the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
one
but intimate chemistry, dealing with different things like menopause and testosterone levels and everything. Because like I don't have no problem sharing it with people, man. I take testosterone injections and everything because you know after 40 your levels drop and everything. So I mean, if I still want to have something to do, I need to get that out, man, and everything, you know.
quiet as kept, quiet as kept. Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I mean, it's like this is my whole, and that was my whole point for bringing out the channel, like that intimate chemistry, because in dealing with stuff that most people don't want to talk about, but you deal with, and it's like, oh, and you think you're the only one on the island dealing with it, but it's like, no, it's people just dealing with this, and you know, and once you do it, more and more people find out. Like I said, even in relationships and everything, it's like. Well, because what I found out, like a lot of the divorces that happen, man, it's because of menopause and women. I mean, because one, it was such a taboo, and they don't know how to talk about that with they made or even with each other. Like tell people, and that was one of the things my wife said. Like my mom and nobody ever talked about menopause or this that. And it's like this real. So your body making all these changes and you don't know, and you thinking you feeling less than a woman, and but then you biting people's head off. Your husband don't know why you biting his head off all of a sudden. You just, just he say the least little thing and you just angry and irritate. But we find out, hey, that menopause is real. So it's like, okay, you know what? Just need to leave. Because if guys actually knew that and they knew like even why women is having menopausal and everything, their sex drive, they don't know how to deal with it because 1 minute, because that area down there, like they all talk about, it get, with menopause is drier. It's not wet like it usually be. So you got to take stuff to, because your what's their men deal with testosterone, they deal with estrogen. Their estrogen levels is all over the place and this that, and that. So they got to take medication or get a patch or something like that for their estrogen level and everything like that. So but they don't want to talk about that because they feel less than a woman, in their mind, less than a woman, that I got to take something to make me feel like a woman or be a woman. Like the rest of the women out there like this. It's called menopause. Then you mad and you angry about that, so you biting your husband head off. He don't know. He trying to be intimate with you, want to get close, but you like and he don't. So he wondering like, yo, what's up? Next thing you know, he stepping out or something. So that's what I'm saying. We plan on getting into it, man. We plan on getting into
it. So you're gonna put that on your community post, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your first. Me and my wife gonna be the first ones up in there, man.
And some other people said that too. And some other people, they was like, man, let me know when you guys go live with that. But yeah, because that's gonna be like one of those late night, like 9:30 at night, 10 at night sessions. Like
when you gonna launch? When are you gonna launch it?
Well, I'm trying to get her like, hey, the thing is we want to be consistent with going live on Saturdays at 8 o'clock just with our regular channel. and then we're gonna
Okay.
take a break from 8 to 9, and then we take a break from for a half an hour, and then either at 9:30 or at 10 o'clock. That's my goal. Bringing on, launching back with intimate chemistry.
Got you.
Coming right
Okay.
back.
You know what? And so okay. With it, what in the next week or
I'll
two?
say,
Or what?
we're looking at probably when we discussed it, because we got some things going. It'll probably happen. Really, we were planning on next year. That's what we had said doing it.
Okay.
It'll probably happen before that, because we see it's just we real busy. We got a lot of things going on, which is positive though, which is real good. So that's why we're trying to focus on getting a Fuller Life Now channel, because a Fuller Life it's a travel channel, but it's really more about helping people have their life to the fullest, live your life to the fullest.
I'll witness it. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what a Fuller Life is. Not it's live, love, and travel. So we're talking about live, love, when we're dealing with relationships. So living healthy and everything, mind, body, soul, and travel, because our whole thing is, when you together, or if you got money or whatever, what you're gonna do? You're gonna travel. You want to see the world. So it's like, yeah, don't wait. Let's do these things now. So let's try to help other people have, live life now to the fullest. Because with, the way the world is, all this turmoil and hatred that's going on, and we like, nah, we want to, have a place where people can go and, feel good.
And see, you know what? This is the crazy thing about it, man. Because like when I started out on this bourbon thing, and I opened up my YouTube channel, my first video went out January 5th. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and step out in the water. Yeah, we cruise. My wife and I cruise, and then I was watching Fats and Tree and things like this. I wouldn't have never thought in YouTube bourbon land that I would run up on people like wow, baby, we're normal people. We want to travel, we want to have fun. It's a lot in life, man. This is good, man. Shit, I'm gonna be your first. If I shave all of this off, I'm gonna be your first cheerleader. Me and my wife gonna sit there. Yes, sir. We're gonna be your first cheerleaders and watch it, man. We're gonna support you all the way through and join in on it, man. Because let me tell you something, bro. Been going through that right now. Yep, and it's oh, look who just. My wife just jumped in here. Oh, look at here, Tony. Look what she just said.
I need to bring mine up here so she can just say something. But hold on a second. Let me just go into the room for a second. Hey, babe, can you come up for one quick second?
Hey, babe, listen. While he's going to get his wife, the Fuller Life. I subscribe to them. I've been subscribing to them for a minute and things like this. Great YouTube channel, great people. I watch them. They cruise and they talk about a fuller life, and it's like wow, and it's like I love their channel. It's a lot of I have 557 subscribers. It's a lot of people that I watch, but it's certain people that I pay attention to on their channels, and I really.
Hold on a second, because his wife just put something out here.
Hey, listen, how it all happened.
My wife was cooking right now. You come over, but I was telling Big about intimate chemistry and what we're supposed to go, how it's supposed to go. And she said, yeah, we want to supply menopause. Yeah. And I was telling her, because and what I was saying is, guys don't know, so without them knowing what's going on, like my wife, we said this on our channel before, I knew she was going through menopause before she did. And I mean, she was like, he did, she was my wife had to deal with grief because her mom had passed away, and she started menopause at the same time. But I knew she was like biting me and my son head off left and right. you know, and I knew, and I was like, what's going, and I'm sitting here like, what's going, just thinking and everything. I was like, Lord, what's happening? What? I ain't said nothing. She just, but then I was like, it just hit me. She's going through menopause. And so I went over and I had, you know, because of that, you got to, you know, walk the line because I don't know how she's going to respond. And I was like, babe, can I just talk to you for a second? I said, I just want to throw this out there. I said, I don't know. You know better than I do. I was just like, I just want to give you something to think about. I said, you might be going through menopause right now. And I was like, you know, your body changing. And this is why, because she didn't know. And prior to that, she was like, I'm sad sometimes. I'm happy. I'm crying. She said, I don't know what's going on with me. So that, when she told me that before, that always stayed in my mind.
Yeah, I heard a lot of different emotions going on. And, you know, plus I was going through grief, but there's times I would cry and I wouldn't even know why I was crying. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. But Tony, check this one out. Here's the thing. Check this out. Like, we totally digressed from the cigars because we had our podcast already with the cigars and everything. But check this out. This is the craziest part because when my wife told me that she was going through menopause, okay, all I knew is when my mother went through menopause, okay, and bro, back then, you know, she was rough on my daddy, okay, she's real rough. Here's the thing, I think it might be the same thing, but here's the thing, like my wife. It's hard for a man to understand that because we don't go through that. And we don't go through that. We make it work. And like, you know, sometimes she's like feeling sad and I'm like trying my damnedest to try to make her day better than mine and trying to do something to take her mind. But let me tell you something, that menopause thing.
And that's what I was saying.
It's right.
And that's why I was saying sometimes we don't, with us being men, we don't know, they ain't telling us, you know, what's happening a lot of times. We don't know. We think, you know, it's us, like they just got an attitude or they got a problem with this, that, and the other. And I think that's what led to a lot of divorces and everything because people don't know. Guys don't know. They just know, hey, I'm trying to get close to my wife or next to my wife, but your wife like, look, I'm dealing with a whole lot of stuff and that's something I can't really focus on, right? So the guy feeling rejected and, you know, it's a whole lot of stuff that goes into that. But that's what I said. That's what the channel is, where we can sit here and talk about those things because, you know, from a guy, she's going to talk about it from a female standpoint. And I'm going to talk about it from a guy standpoint, you know, what we deal with.
And you see right there, she said, we don't need you to understand. We just need you to be patient and respect that we can't control this.
And she's totally right because that's what I told my wife. I said, look, I want to give you whatever you need.
Yeah, but I do want to say to that person that there is some kind of control that you can't have over it. You have to really, really seek it. You have to really like explore and see what works for you. What worked for me was hormone replacement therapy. So, and that might not work for everybody. I know there's some women that take testosterone actually. You really have to work your way through it because to just suffer from it, hot flashes and everything, I mean, it's too much. It's too much.
And that's Big Rick's wife that's commenting.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and that's what we were saying that, I mean, it was like, my thing was, that's why I said, she had talked about it from the lady's standpoint at the time. And I was talking about it from the guy's standpoint. You know, like, okay, what you can do, because if you understand what they're going through, and that was my big thing, trying to understand.
Well, what he did do, first of all, was
you can sit down. Go sit down. Go. Your chicken ain't gonna burn.
I'm actually cooking.
Your chicken ain't gonna burn it. Go sit down for like you sit down. Let's sit in your chair like you do every time when you're on your live. in your black chair.
And I had to get back downstairs. But what he did do is he was understanding. He talked to me. He talked me through it. He let me cry on his shoulders. You know, he was patient with me. So I appreciated that. So I'm going to cook.
Bye.
Tony, look right there. That's menopause right there. Look at their response. Look at their response.
Exactly. So I mean, and that was what I was saying is if guys know what it is or what their wife's dealing with or how to deal with it, and you know, and you really love your wife and you want that relationship to work and everything, then it changes because you go into, okay, explain it to me. Tell me, you know, I even got online trying to do some research, you know, more about it because I felt that it's things that she have a hard time sharing with me, you know, or in every, you know, have a hard time saying, because like I said, to them, they don't want to feel less than a woman, but they feel like their womanhood is being taken away because their body is going through so many different changes and all. And I wanted to let her know it's okay. You still a woman. No, whatever is happening is just another phase of your life, and we will get through this together. So I was like, share with me, tell me, let me know, because I want to be part of it. And I want to help you because it'll help me understand and it'll help our relationship. So that was the biggest thing for me. But I understood that a lot of guys don't, because I know somebody else and they just like you, Rick, they said, let me know when you guys start that, because I want to be on a, because she was telling me, in which my wife know her too, like my husband don't understand. He wants to do all of this and my body, I can't right now because, you know, it hurts and it's painful. And I was like, and I was telling her, she said, you understand? I was like, when we do our intimate chemistry, you know, he understand because I was like, he just don't understand. He's a guy. He's not a woman, so he don't understand menopause. But at the same time, I told her that's where you have to share too. You have to sit down and be able to tell them what you going through, what it feels like. You know, you feel dry sometime and this, that, because unless you know, guys, we dumb. We don't know. We don't. We don't deal with this. So I mean, it's like, hey, what? Huh? Okay, just. And my big thing was, okay, you seem a little moody. I must just stay out the way. I understand this menopause, so I'm gonna be over here. But I let my wife know too. Let me know, or you have to give me. And I will say this when we go live, you have to give me signals to let me know, or you know, something to let me know you do want to be intimate or something like that, because I'm not trying to, because I don't want you getting mad or say like, you know what I'm going through and I'm da 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 da. But at the same time, I don't want you to think I don't desire you either. So we gotta have some type of, you know, meeting at the minds in the middle somewhere to where, okay, you giving me some signals just like you. And I told her, I said, just like, you know, when you want a guy to, exactly, code words, when you want a guy to you know, you see that guy and you don't mind if he come up and speak to you or something like that, you would smile at him or something like that to let him know that, you know, you want to, okay, well, I need the same type of thing. When you smiled at me and let me know it was cool to approach you, you gotta let me know it's cool to approach you, because I'm not trying.
Here's the thing. And I'm glad that you said that, because we didn't got the live in on the cigars and things like this. But this is really cool because check this out. This is here's the thing. I don't know how long Carla's been going through the menopause thing. Okay. However, it's really starting to show its ugly face. Okay. And it's like, okay, what do I do here? Because this is a different wife, a different woman. And I'm like, okay, so it's cool, man, that another dude, because my wife is in her 50s and things like this. It's cool that like I'm like talking to you about this, you know.
And now the other thing, man, I tell people what
Rick, I'm gonna plug my phone up. Go ahead and talk.
I was gonna say, you can get my phone number, man, so we could talk. I mean, because that's the other thing, guys talking to guys, you know, helping them through it. But be supportive. That's the biggest thing. I mean, because they love you. This is the time you show your wife really how much you love her. You be supportive. I mean, you know that for better, for worse, richer, for poor, sickness and health. This is that time, you know, where you show like, you know, I'm with you. I'm in it with you all the way. Let's get through it, and you know, I care about our marriage. So whatever I can do, her body, like I say, it's a new you. So let's embrace this new you. And after a while, you know, like she said, being able to let her cry on your shoulder and sit there and you listen to her, then she feel you actually see her and you care about what she's going through, you know, she will open up and share more with you. And like I said, it's that vulnerable. They don't want to feel less than a woman. They feel like just telling you make them feel less than one. But it's like, no, it's a new you. And I want to embrace the new you. So whatever we can do, because what we used to be able to do all night now take us all night to do.
or hurry up and get it done.
I can tell you something, because like I'm glad she's gone now and everything. But man, just like last night, she said, you know, we were watching YouTube and I found a old skit of Richard Pryor or something like that. And I was like, ooh, I said, babe, you know, I said, babe, I got something for you. And she came out the bathroom. She's, you know, after taking her shower now, she said, I got something for you. And I said, oh, okay. And then she came out and both of us fell asleep.
Wow.
Both of us was out, man. We just but we
Tony,
embrace.
listen to me on this one, bro. You need to get that channel up and rolling, bro. Because here's the crazy part about it. Here's the crazy part about this conversation. Unless dudes our age are really willing to deal with that, they're gonna hide behind it and things like that. But at some point, I think their significant others are going to go through this, and for you to open up a channel like that, to be able to like, hey, be prepared, or if you're going through it, this is what you do, bro. That's invaluable, man.
Yeah, because people and like I said, with the channel, man, intimate chemistry, that segment, it's you know, another part of Fuller Life now, but it's a thing of, you know, people don't want to talk about certain things, certain issues. And my wife tell you, my life, she say I talk too much, but my life is an open book. I'm just like, you know what, share, because my whole thing is the same trick Satan used to trap this person, or to, you know, to throw this person off. You know, he gonna use it to try to get somebody else out, and that's what he don't want you to do, is talk about it. So I'm like, yo, we need to talk about this thing, so that way, like you say, other people that's coming in and coming up, or if you ain't dealing with it, what you gonna be dealing with, you understand. Nothing's wrong with you. It's a part of life. It's you move into a different segment in a different part of your life. And like I said, I looked at my wife. This is a new you. We're gonna embrace the new you. She just found out, which we said it the other day on one of our Zoom meetings. We were on yesterday with Rod, and it was on a 2 Point Blank Travel. We was on Zoomy, and it was like, you know, embracing this new you. She found out that her sugar level was higher, so we got to make, you know, and all of this is still menopause stuff, I believe. And it's like, you know, we don't want you to become a diabetic or anything like that. So what we need to do is, okay, we're gonna have to start changing, you know, diets and all, and I'm gonna change right with you. You know, whatever we can do, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna embrace it together. We're not gonna do it separate, like, okay, well, that's your thing. Well, I'm gonna be over here. We're gonna embrace it together, because that person, it brings you guys together, and that person feels supported and feels seen. And that's what I was saying about Joy. She feels seen. And once they feel seen, then they open up, they share more. You start understanding this, that, and the other, and it brings y'all closer together. So that was my big thing. I was like, whatever I could do to help, because I know a lot of brothers, I was like, it's menopause. We don't know, so we think that she just tripping. And like, look, I
Right.
ain't got time.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like 25 years of marriage, bumps in the road, good marriage, and things like that. This is all brand new. Still love her the same. You know, still love her the same. You
Yep.
know, we just get older. We was talking about it in bed this morning. You know, you still find
Get
yourself.
older.
I'm still looking at you as a fine ass chick when I met you 25 years ago. But this is all brand new. That like it's like this is not this conversation right here is just not by happenstance, man. It was kind of like it was needed,
And
and it's like
I'm glad. Like I said, man, you get my number, man. We'll find a way. Like, uh, where you can email me or something like that. I give you my personal number. We share a number one, and at any given time, man, all you got to do, we reach out to each other, call like when we going through, because and that's that support you would need with that too. Just like she'd need that support. My wife is being that support for a lot, for people and everything, because it was difficult for my wife, man. And like I said, at the same time, she started menopause just 2 months earlier, a month or 2 months. Her mom passed away. And her mom was 97 years old. So she having to deal with grief, and so she don't know if the crying is because she's missing her mom and dealing with the grief there. But she was like, no, I wasn't even thinking about my mom, and I don't even know why I'm crying. I just started crying. So it was all that stuff, man. But I tell people, tell guys, I was like, menopause is being that time of the month on steroids times 10. Because their bodies is going through a whole bunch of different changes. Even my wife's hair started changing, as far as the texture of the hair, and her body is just changing. But we going, like I said, we're going to embrace the new you together. We're going to embrace it. Ain't going to be nothing different.
I'm so glad. I'm kind of really glad that kind of like I was, around 4 o'clock when I got on my live. I was getting to do my live at 5. And I was like, I was struggling with my live and everything because I was like, I really didn't want to. I kind of wanted to take a break on bourbon and things like that, just for today, and just like then I was like, no, I set something up for these dudes and things like this. We did the cigar thing and all this, that, another, and you came in, and I'm like, wow, this is good. This is good, and this is beautiful, man. And listen, I appreciate you, man. And even more, I flip to your channels daily, but even more, I'm gonna flip through it twice, 3 times a day. Now because
We appreciate it, man. And we're gonna be putting more stuff out there. Like I said, my wife is getting ready to retire. She's retiring next year. I married the cougar.
yeah, dang.
4 years older than me, so I tell people, I was like, I got me a cougar. I was like, and I'm happy. But yeah, man, I'm crazy about my wife, man. I am. I'm crazy about her, and we both, and we would talk about this on the thing. We both been married. This is our third marriage, and we was just like, and neither one of us wanted to be divorced. Is like the divorce happened to other people, either cheated or they just wanted to be divorced and everything because I'm tired of being married. I want somebody else. So, and we were like, you don't understand what marriage is. Y'all immature. So we understood. So when we went into our marriage, we had like real deep, hard conversations because we was like, knowing that we've been there, we ain't trying to go through this again. So yeah, we just like whatever, we dying in this thing. And that's what I told her. We support it. I'm here with you. We gonna do this together. So email me at afullerlifenow@gmail and I'll get you my number, man. You there, Rick?
You can see mine. You can see mine right
I
through
see.
my.
Okay, now yeah, you have froze for a second. Yeah.
You can see mine. You can see mine.
Where's your
You can see mine right through my
your email?
Huh?
Where is it? I can't see it. Where is it at?
You can go right to my page. You can see it right up here. And then if not, if you can,
I'll email you and I'll send you my information, man, and everything, and my contact, so we can definitely stay in touch, man, outside of the YouTube world.
Yeah, it'll work, bro. It'll work.
All
And
right.
maybe, hey, maybe we could do some cruising together.
Hey, y'all going already though, but I got a Super Love group cruise in November. I mean, in February of next year. But it's called it's Super Love, something for her, something for him, because what it is the Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl group cruise on Norwegian, but it's the Super Bowl is being played during Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Super Bowl is so it's a 7-day cruise out in going to Dominican Republic and U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see,
but I got one in 2028 too. That's the Super Love Group Cruise 2, and that one's on MSC.
okay.
So yeah, but we'll get up at some time, man. We will hook up. Where are you actually located at?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, you in Indiana? Okay, all right. Yep. So we in North Carolina and everything, but yeah, it's we got a lot, but that's definitely gonna happen, man. We because we have been talking about it now, and everybody told y'all need to get that up and running. We trying to get this other channel up real good though, but we will, man. It's because it's gonna come on. Like I told her, it's needed, and it's one of those, intimate chemistry is just what it said. It's gonna be into me, see chemistry.
We go follow you, brother. I needed
All
this to break away. I needed to break away from bourbon tonight and hear this. So it's been like that all the way from the first hour all the way up until now. Like, I needed to hear what I needed to hear tonight. And it's more to me than giving bourbon reviews and things like that. I appreciate this tonight. I really do.
We all got to be here to support each other. That's what the channel is about, man. A fuller life now.
Got you, man. We're gonna talk later, okay?
Yeah, because I know you said y'all was gonna go out and go get something.
I'm about to tell her to go get dressed.
Man. All right, I'll talk to you, brother.
Right on, man. I appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you.
You, bro.